Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, my good old friend, you're back. And speaking of good old friends that are back, I'm back as well, but I will talk about that at the end of the video because I'm pretty sure most of you don't care about that right now. But Jujutsu Kaisen, yay! My goodness gracious, this season has went off to an amazing great start. And again, I only have probably like 2 problems so far with this season right now, but as of right now, I just finished watching the episode 4. This is probably the most hype I've ever been for the show, even with season 1.
I like a tall woman with a nice big ass, like Jennifer Lawrence.
And even with seeing the movie and how good the movie was itself.
I love you. I love you. Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
This right here, so far, this is off to top tier start. And you can believe I was about to do this video while watching episode 4. I was actually gonna do that. Yeah, thank God I didn't, but like holy shit. But like with all properties on this channel, we go with the negatives first and then we hit the positives. So the 2 negatives that I definitely want to get out the way really fast is, one, the negative I think episode 3. I think the pacing was a little bit fast in the sense of at first I thought the season was like going slow, and again, I always love when it goes slow, and in terms of any show or movie, I have no issues with that whatsoever. So I was like, okay, we're just going a little bit slow, and I felt like we got to episode 3, it was like really fast paced, and in terms of what was going on, especially in the beginning, showing I guess the aftermath, and also I guess that leads into the other issue I had for like a quick second was I guess the placement, right? I guess the sequencing in the terms of what is going on, because I felt like as soon as episode 2 ends and then we get to episode 3, the issue's resolved, and the issue I mean is like the maid issue, right? Of like she gets kidnapped for a second and then she's rescued. That's it. Like no, like it didn't even matter. Like it felt like to the point of like, why would you actually even tell me or even show that was going on? Of hey, the maid is like captured. If we're just gonna like off screen just get her back real fast, like 1 second, and like it seemed like it raises stakes for like 1 singular second, and then we just immediately switch.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
Then between episodes, there's just like weird ass cut-offs that happen from time to time.
Soka.
Only in episode 2 or 3, but still. And the last issue I have with this season, which you can easily just argue me off that it's not really an issue, is like I feel like all these events that's happening going on right now, it could have honestly stretched out for a whole season. And again, I know it's like in the past, and we've been in the past for a while, ever since 1, the movie, and 2, we don't really, I guess, have to be in the past as much anymore. But like it's so much stuff that's happening that you can honestly make a whole season out of it. And I'm pretty sure the context in the manga is probably not as much as I would think or believe, so we're not gonna obviously have enough for a season. But like it's so much stuff that it probably could be delved into, or just I guess the psychology of like all the characters like Goju, Sugura, Toji. They made me really insanely invested for those 4 episodes, and they did. And again, even so, I guess technically speaking, you don't even really have to, because they give you so much information and so much insight into who they are with their characters that I guess technically speaking, I don't need it. But I guess it's just the greed of humanity. Like I just want more. Like I'm really fucking invested, especially with this pre-time skip era of what is happening and what is going on. Now to talk about all the positives that come with this show. Now to talk about the gorgeous animation that this show provides. Obviously, it's produced by the studio Mappa, the GOAT themselves. Honestly, probably my second favorite studio of all time. Easily. Yeah, it's easily my second favorite. But behind Trigger, I do love Trigger pretty much the most. But Mappa, my fucking god. Mappa knows how to fucking do their stuff. And it keep evolving. I feel like with every single project they put out, it's just another evolution. It's another Digivolve evolution of nonsense of how good it looks. I feel like that's always going to be there. That's always going to be a positive for Mappa. That's always going to be there, right? But the thing that I want to talk about the most, pretty much Toji himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Toji. This man right here, you see this man right here? That man, that guy right there? Pretty much easily my favorite thing about this season. This guy is so fucking cool. Especially because he took all the flow from Inuyasha.
He copied my whole fucking flow. That kissed me through the phone. He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar. Tetsuga! Oh hell no! Did you actually say what the?
You know why the only reason he gets away with it? Because I love him. That's why. I love him. That's why. That's the only reason he gets away with it. Because I love that guy. That's why. But besides all the cool weaponry he does have at his disposal, one of my favorite things about him is his 4D chest Aizen-esque bleach plan that he fucking does in this whole 4 episodes of just trying to get Gojo to let down his guard, to be weakened to a certain state so he can make an attempt to actually assassinate him and then get to the star vessel. Like, that whole 4D chess plan, I love it. I love every single bit of it. He thought it through to like a T. The only thing he didn't do was just obviously cut off his head, which was a little nonsensical bullshit. But then I don't know, I guess Gojo's just that guy. He's just the GOAT. It is what it is. Got that last second anime power up, and all I'm saying is Toji should have won that shit. That's all I'm saying. That's just saying. Toji should have won. That's it. And then we also got another contender for worst dad of the year. Yay, Toji.
Oh, Megumi ってそうだったそうだった。俺が名付けた。
Gee, you're up there. You're like a candidate. You don't remember your own child's like name and shit like that. But it's fine. We still love you. It's okay. Man, ladies and gentlemen, these anime dads keep getting worse every year. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand. Can we even get a good one every now and then? We can't. It's impossible. We get the worst of the worst. Oh yeah, and one more thing. The only thing I would say is like the thing I love also again about Toji is like he feels like such a menacing threat with having so little of, I guess, things. Because what I mean so little, I mean like he doesn't have any cursed like powers, so like he has to make shift with like all these other weapons and stuff like that, and also it also amplifies his body, and then to even hide it and to be quote unquote the invisible man, he ingests like the little ball that houses all his like cursed weapons that he can be able to take out any sorcerer, or the case may be. Like he's just an overall threat. He's fucking phenomenal for the season. I think he's so amazing. And I would say his ending is only a little bit funny because in my head when I was like watching like all was going down between him and Gojo at the very end of episode 4, in my head I was thinking, yo, blood is not built for this. I was like, he's done, bro. But moving on, something I just thought of on the fly was one of the things I did want a little bit more was like a little bit longer fights. I understand both these guys are like the strongest, Gojo and Suguru, but like I saw like they could like play around with their food or the case may be, or have like a little bit longer of a fight, so like I guess them being immediately fodder most of the time, and I guess the main fight being with Toji. But again, it was so enjoyable to watch, and I did enjoy that bag man guy with all the shadow clone stuff like that. He reminded me of the trash man. Something I also did really enjoy is also, I guess, what I see a lot of animators doing, or the case may be, is like the little extra stuff. Like you see in One Piece, like you have the, like a little extra stuff, like smoking on that Big Mom pack, like in like a still frame or something like that. I also like the little extra stuff they do in Jujutsu Kaisen, like the little walk they have when they're like walking down, like the little meme walk they have with Gojo and Suguru. And then also I do love when Toji like does like he's cuckoo, like he's crazy and shit like that. That's pretty funny. And one of also the main things about this season, I think it's so amazing but also so sad to see the downfall of Suguru and like his fall from grace, the infinite typhoon of like sadness that is occurring or happening, especially in the season, like seeming like he's turning over that new leaf. He's on that thermometer going to like the left side, the dark side, wherever you want to call it or maybe. And it seems like Gojo was not even helping in that scenario of like even him asking Gojo himself is like, should we kill all these people in this room? He's like, no, we're sorcerers, you shouldn't be doing that. Like Suguru being the voice of reason, like he's slowly like getting there, and he almost probably wanted to say yes to like the way he's like closing on his hands, clenching his fist and shit like that. It's like he probably wanted to do that, but he knew in his heart that's not what he's supposed to do, and that's not the right, I guess, road of what you're supposed to be doing, especially as a source. And again, why I just love this pre-time skip era right now, and just showing like how they used to act, how they used to be, and just before everything went fucking left and wrong or right for some other characters. And the last thing I'll probably say is the masterful thing that's done with Riku, especially with that last episode I guess she's in, where they have like that little beach episode, and as well as like showing them having fun, and then going a little bit deep into like her story of like who she is and what she wants, and then like sort of like a Nico Robin of like I want to live, and immediately gets ripped off like a fucking band-aid from Toji when he just straight up assassinates her, with having her whole journey and everything that she experienced loved, appreciated, especially in these last moments of being quote-unquote assimilated and now choosing to want to live and having a new, I guess, lease on life, and having it immediately taken away from you like it was nothing. And the worst part is I wanted to rewatch the first 2 episodes again to make sure I get all my thoughts right. So then I had to see the scene in episode 3 twice where it was like bah, bah, and then in episode 4 they show it again. Bro, I couldn't even look at the screen. I was like, I can't. That shit was, it was really good. It was done really fucking well. But in other words, this is peak. Go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. This shit is amazing. Thank you guys for watching. This has been tnjugo. I'll see you guys later in the next one. Goodbye. Okay, are the fake and phony and the frauds, they're gone? Okay, all right, the people that wanted to stay here. Well, okay, so what happened was like, so what happened was that my mouse had messed up. So if my mouse messed up, I didn't really get one for like another week. So that's why you didn't see me upload anything for a whole entirety of a week. So I do apologize for that. I did get a new mouse from my boy, so I do thank him a lot for giving me that mouse. It's really sensitive, so it's a little weird to get used to, but that's fine and okay. I do also again want to thank everyone for the support. Everyone's watching, liking, subscribing, doing all the most for me. I do really appreciate it. I always want to keep saying that and keep expressing that, because it's something that I do want to keep on saying, or well, maybe not a lot because you probably get tired of it, but thank you so much anyways for everything you guys done. Peace.